Hey, how are you guys? It is Harrison Marin, the Millennial Entrepreneur. Now, in this video, I'm going to be covering one page that I do not see on nearly enough websites. Now, if you are a service-based business or you have a complicated purchase process, meaning pretty much anybody other than Amazon, you need to watch this video from the beginning all the way to the end because it is going to revolutionize the way that you deal with customers and ultimately how many more people will be buying from you. Now, I'm not just saying this, but ultimately there is a page missing on just about every website out there, including my own. Now, after recording this video, and I apologize if you guys hear my dogs, but after the recording this video, I am going to be going out and making this page on my company website because it is literally that important. Now, I was perusing the internet when I came across this and I go, oh my God, most companies do not have this page and it is so crazy important to have this page. Now, you might be thinking, what is this page? I'm not gonna make you wait any longer. This is a page for our process. That's it. It's our process. But here's the thing. You can't just say, hey, you know what? You're going to sign up and you're going to get this. Nobody cares about that. They want to know what's going to happen through every step in the process. Now, I'm going to be going into more detail about this, but currently my house was on fire and that's why I'm living in an Airbnb for a little while and soon to be an RV. But ultimately, I don't know what the process is. The problem is nobody has a process out there of what is going to happen. I cannot find it for what happens when your house burns down, what happens during your general construction phase. All of these different aspects, nobody has. But I was just on the internet cruising around and I saw it and I was like, oh my God, not enough people have this. Let me make a YouTube video about it. Now, you're probably thinking, well, you told us what the page is, so why do I even care anymore? The reason is because most people don't do it right. I spent a lot of time this evening going through and looking around to see what pages actually matter and who has a good Our Process page. I will tell you, out of the few Our Process pages I could find, there's probably only one, maybe two of them that were actually good. Now, what does that mean? That means it's going to give me tons of information as a consumer, and two, it's not going to leave me in the dark saying, well, what about this? Or what about this? Or how do they address this? Right? My house just burned down. Now, I'm still in the process of figuring everything out, and I'm learning about the process to repair a house after it's on fire. So, what does that actually look like, right? And I'm just speaking about this just because it's happened to me and I'm living in it right now. But first of all, you have to evacuate the property. Second of all, you have to get a public adjuster. What does a public adjuster do, right? This is huge. This is information that most people don't know. They fight on your behalf to get you more money. Yes, they get paid on a percentage of it, but that's really where it kind of comes into play where, oh my God, this is really important because had I not used one, I probably wouldn't have gotten as much money from the insurance as I probably could. And two, I might be leaving stuff on the table, things that didn't get seen, didn't get, destroyed. I use air quotes because there are things that you don't think about that the insurance company breezes over. Maybe they didn't look through every item in your house to see what is actually destroyed. So these are all different aspects that you don't actually think about, right? You just think about like, well, this happened, this happened, this happened, now I gotta go deal with all of this. But as I'm uncovering more and more, right, now I hired a public adjuster. They told me what was gonna happen, which is great, but I couldn't find that on their website. But then I don't know what to do after, right? That's the crazy part is most people do not have this on their website. So for us as an agency, growth-generators.com, I need to understand and say, oh my God, I am missing out on so many sales because people just think, well, here's my credit card, right? We'll just use Apple Pay for an example. Here's my credit card. I want a website. That's not how it goes. That is the farthest thing from what actually happens, right? It's sitting down, it's coming up with a sketch of what it is, the copy of what's going on there, finding the right images and getting an image selection or an image portfolio, right? Then it's actually building the thing, then it's going over, and it's debugging. All of these different aspects come into play when you're building out a website. I had no idea that most people had no idea what actually goes into it. Now, there are some companies that are very transactional. Here's my money, you get a website. Those are okay, but on the flip side of things, you're leaving the customers in the dark, and customers don't like to be left in the dark. For example, now I'm hiring a general contractor. I know that I need my asbestos removed, but I don't know what else, right? I'm still waiting on the proposal. But in the meantime, his website could have educated me on exactly his process, right? Looking it out, quoting it, calling electricians and plumbers, right? For major construction jobs, going through, what's the first phase? What's the second phase? What's the third phase? What's the 10th phase? I don't know how many phases of construction there are, right? These are all questions that I have burning inside of me that I can't find from the person who I'm about to give a tremendously large check to. This is concerning. So if you're a company out there and you're like, oh my God, what do I put on that page? Think about every single step in the process, right? Don't think about it like Amazon. Most companies are not like Amazon. But if you're a landscaper, right? The first consultation, understanding the scope of the project, right? Then actually quoting it out, line items, then educating the customer. Hey, team is going to be here on this day. This is the first phase, the second phase, the third phase, the fourth phase, right? The last phase, any adjustments. This is probably not in order. I'm not a landscaper, but you're getting the picture of it, right? You have to put everything in order and you have to lay it out so clearly that the homeowner goes, oh, okay, what about this? Now, here's the benefit of doing that page. If you've made it this far, which I hope you have, hope you also hit that like button, that subscribe button. When you really go into detail about every single step of the process, you can actually include, hey, this is an area where you can make changes, right? So time and materials changes, right? Different areas in the proposal that you can add on to. This is the area where you're going to start to make decisions based on maybe the tile that you get in your bathroom, right? Or the shower that you're going to get. These are all different things that most people do not think about when they're going through it. They just think, well, I'm going to go to Home Depot and pick it out. Well, let's get the house just, destroyed or tear down to the studs first. Then we're going to go through, and this is each step of the process. And right around here, 2 to 3 weeks after we start, is when you're going to go out and you're going to need to let me know the kind of tile, or schedule a time with me where we can sit down and go over tile and colors and paint and all that. That way, the people building understand, hey, okay, we know what we're going to be putting in, all that product is ordered, and then you can go forward. This is so crazy important. If you're a financial advisor, hey, we're going to have the initial consultation. We're going to look at your numbers. We're going to have a follow-up here. Then we're going to sit down and we're actually going to go over what you're getting. After that, we're going to file some paperwork. You're going to get some paperwork in the mail. This whole process needs to be detailed in every single business. Unless you're a full e-commerce business, this is how it needs to be every single time, because you have no idea how many times people are left in the dark. And the worst part is, you being the business owner, you're going to get a million phone calls from people. Well, what about this? Well, what happens here? How about this? If you actually have a really good Our Process page, all of those questions never get answered. Or better yet, always get answered. And you can tell them, hey, you know what? Go on our website. We have an Our Process page. And you can actually see, this is week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. This is what every company needs. I see it so often, and there's so much money being left on the table because everybody wants to grow their business through relationships, which I get. It's fantastic. But it's much easier to hire somebody that you find on Google or find on social media, and they have Our Process, and it clearly details every single step with excruciating detail, right? This is going to improve the buyer journey. This is going to remove customer remorse. This is going to remove the I don't know what I don't know. No. This is every single step in the process, right? And it's up to the customer to just know, oh, okay, well, I'm not getting my bathroom redone, so I can just skip that step, right? That's it. That's the only thing that you need to do. But if you detail the best case scenario, the biggest project, here it is, done. All bulleted out with nice, beefy, meaty, informative paragraphs. You are going to get so many more customers, I promise you, because it's just, then it's your business is being built on a relationship. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but there's millions, probably billions of people right now doing Google searches, and they don't understand that if they buy from somebody, they don't know what they're going to get. They don't even have the general idea of it. That's the crazy part. So whatever business you're in, build this page, Our Process, what it looks like to work with us. Whatever you decide to name it, as long as it's something similar to that, let people know. It is going to be tremendous for your business. I cannot say it enough. I wish more businesses did this because it just removes that, well, what's going to happen next? I'm going to cut this person a check and I don't know what's going to happen. It just solves all of those issues and will reduce the amount of buyer remorse you ever get in your business going forward. I hope this video helps. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, little notification bell. Really appreciate it. Love you guys. Until next time.